Hello everyone. So in today's session, we are going to learn how to find a number of one-to-one functions. So before we start finding number of one-to-one function, let us see what is a one-to-one function. So one-to-one function is a function f from x to y is said to be one-to-one if the images of distinct elements of x. So x is a domain, no? Distinct elements of domain under the given function f are distinct. Okay. So distinct elements of x have distinct images in their codomain y, set y. So for example, let us say this is a set x and this is a set y. So we can observe each element have distinct output, no, distinct images. So this I can say this is one-to-one function. But if we take the mapping, so if this is mapped to the same element, so many elements have one image, on one and only one image, like two elements have one image, so that it disobey the condition of one-to-one function. So therefore, it is not a one-to-one function. Hope you understood what is a one-to-one function. Now, let us go to how to find the number of one-to-one function from the given two sets. For example, if I say set x has m elements and set y has n elements. So if set x has, let us say a1, a2, a3, so up to am, and y has b1, b2, b3, and so on up to bn. Okay, now we have to find the number of one-to-one function. So we can see the first element of set x, it is a distinct element. Okay, so it should have distinct images. Either it can have b1 or either it can have b2, b3 up to bn. So it can have, like, it should have only one output, but this can be mapped to any element of this set by any element of the set by. So in how many ways we can map this element to the set elements of set by? So there are n ways. Now if I come to the second element, so how many ways I can map to the elements of set by? I can map to either b or b3. So any one of the remaining elements, I cannot map it to b1 again, because it is not satisfying one-to-one condition. Okay, so I can map to b2, b3, or up to bn. Let me say it is mapped to b2 itself. So how many possible ways are there? So there are n minus 1 ways, because already one image is mapped to the the element of the codomain. Okay. Now similarly, A3 has how many elements? So out of n elements, two images are already occupied from these two elements. So I can have how many elements now? N minus 2 elements. Similarly, the mth element can have how many possible ways to map with the set Y, elements of set Y. So you can observe the first element has n ways, the second element has n minus 1 ways, third element is n minus 2. So mth element the mth element can have n minus of m minus 1 ways. N minus of m minus 1 ways. Okay, hope you understood this. So by fundamental principle of multiplication, so I can say the number of one-to-one function is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on up to n minus of n minus 1. And remember, this can be written as n p m. So you can observe n factorial divided by n minus m factorial. This is the formula to find the number of one-to-one function. Hope you understood. So let us solve one question. Find the number of one-to-one function. Find the number of one-to-one function from set A to set B if n of A is equal to 4 and n of B is equal to 5. Okay, so what is the formula? The formula is what? NPM. So if we go to the formula, so this set X domain has m elements and codomain has n elements. Here the domain is A and the codomain is B. M is what? M is n of n, number of elements in the domain. Number of elements in the domain is 4 and number of elements in the codomain is 5. That is 5p4. So 5p4 is equal to 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 4 factorial. So which is equal to 5 factorial by 1 factorial, which is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So which is, hope it is 120. So there are 120 one-to-one function from set A to set B. Okay, hope you all understood. Thank you very much.